If we talk about Western world, NIO is probably the most famous Chinese electric car company in the world. Everybody knows it's luxurious, it's premium. But however, a friend of mine told me that in China, some people just think it's not that premium. People say that NIO is bribing us with the candies from your house, with all this premium service. However, the cars are just very ordinary, normal cars. I totally disagree with it. I drove so many cars in China and all around the world. And today I will try to show you why even entry-level sedan from NIO is a premium car. About 2 years ago, I took brand new NIO ET5T for dynamic test drive for 2 days. I wasn't very happy with it. I felt for a tall person like me, 6.4 foot, it's not the right car. The ride was not that pleasant and the sitting position was wrong. However, right now, NIO changed it and they completely redesigned this car. So let's talk about the improvement one by one. First of all, NIO completely redesigned the front of the car. Now there is an enlarged grille for air intake to cool down your battery better. There is this black glossy skirt, which I'm not a big fan of, but many people love it. And there is a new design for the headlights. This unit is not just about the decoration. There is a brand new optic there. So now we have matrix LED light, which can highlight the pedestrians on the road, highlight the possible obstacle, and work together with LiDAR and radars to help you to see better at night. This is just incredible. Take a look by yourself. The rear of the car was redesigned a little bit as well. Now we have these beautiful tail lights going deep inside the car, so it gives a little bit more vibe of luxury, which is coming from ET7 and ET9. It does look a little bit as Porsche Taycan as well from some angles, so it does look very premium and very luxurious. Small thing which before only was on the more premium models: the hands-free opening for your trunk. On the interior, we have new improved materials. Premium is not only how it looks, but it's also how it feels everywhere, wherever you touch. I pretty much like the design of the side of the doors. It's not a plastic, it's like something like rubber, but not really rubber. I don't know what is this material, but it feels really, really good. Look at the steering wheel, look at the stitches here. Every stitch is perfect. There is no imperfection for whole steering wheel. Every button, every thing is the same distance. Look at it, between the buttons and this metal piece. It's perfect. I also pretty much like how the seats are done in ET5, because my ES7 and I know that ES8, we don't have these patterns of fabric. I personally like it because I think that first of all, it will help leather to breathe from both sides, and it kind of looks and feels cool. It is different from just a pure leather seat. I don't know about you guys, but I love this part. It is a perfect combination with the side panels on the door and also underneath the steering wheel and underneath the dashboard. It really creates the feeling of completion of this car. We have this interior light in the evening, especially if you make it dynamic, you can create patterns like fire or just blink it with the music, which makes it really, really nice. I also really love that NIO now added the light inside the speaker, which you can turn on or turn off. In this model, NIO also added the extra layer of foam into the seats. I believe it's extra 3 or 4 layers. So the sitting is much more comfortable. It's much more softer and cushier. Also, NIO added the new massage modes such as Thai massage, lumbar massage, and old 3 modes. Inside, we also got this huge HD display with a function of the map or ESD. Now we finally got the same function as Li Auto had before, the blind spot monitor. It's really helpful in Shanghai because here are so many scooters. Before, NIO also had it, you would say, of course, but it was on the screen. Once you sit here, you also pay attention on the center console and here gear selector. Now it's changed from the pedal, which was on the right side, always iconic NIO gear selector, into the column, like the same as Tesla and mainstream cars. I don't know, for me personally, it's not a best solution. Yeah, it is a little bit more intuitive, to be honest with you, because majority of other cars are pedal, like shifter here, but it kind of doesn't feel like NIO anymore, you know? But I understand why NIO did it. NIO wanted to add one more charger here, so now we have two 50 watts chargers. Besides HUD, instrument cluster also can show navigation right now. It's incredible update because some people don't like HUD, especially short-sighted people who wear glasses. They cannot concentrate very well on the HUD. Plus you have a very thin and large horizontal display. I personally love it. I think it's better than the old one in my car because you can watch movies, or your kid can watch cartoon if you're just resting somewhere waiting for something, much easier. It's not just a small line in the middle of the tiny screen. At this point, NIO restrict you a little bit. A lot of other car manufacturers now allow you to play movie or cartoon while you're driving. So they just ask you to click that you are not watching, that the passenger will watch. NIO still doesn't allow you to do it. NIO is famous for a very high level of safety, so they think that it's not safe and they restrict it. If I were NIO, I would probably allow it, because pure luxury doesn't restrict the driver or the owner of the car. It doesn't choose for him. Now we also have this very functional rear view mirror, which is digital, and you can also turn it off to keep it in a manual mode, whatever you prefer. Let's go to the back seat, guys. Come into the back seat. You can see I can sit quite comfortable. It's not the best ride ever. Of course, if you compare with ET9, that's much more luxury, that's much more convenient. This is the size of Model 3 or similar to it. It has a very nice and comfortable center console here. Look at this. Look how smooth it is. I would maybe add a little bit screen here, but for ET5 we don't have it. And what I really like here is that they added the Mag Plus now. And look at this, small hook, but how is it executed? There is no wrong feeling when you touch it. The same as this small hook. It feels like metal, I'm not sure though, but it feels quite good. Besides that, the panoramic rooftop, this is 99.99%. Basically almost 100% of UV protection. It was tested by many YouTubers, by many Chinese media. The only sad thing about this is that it's always transparent. Like you cannot choose to close it or open it or leave it like 50% transparency. You always have to stick with how it is. Some car companies offer that, NIO doesn't, but I don't think it's a really big deal. Like for me, it doesn't matter. But as I always say, the car can be beautiful, the car can feel good. We always judge the car by how it drives. So let's take it for a ride. I really like the acceleration in NIO. It's quite quick, even in comfort mode, but it doesn't have that feeling that you really want to throw up immediately. It's more linear, it's more steady, comparing with even Lynk & Co Z10, where you have that instant kick. Here you do have this kick, but it's somehow a little bit spread out, so you feel relaxed while you are accelerating. And I think it's more comfortable for the passengers as well. The sitting position in the car really improved a lot, and you can feel the difference comparing with the old NIO ET5 and ET5T. Before, it didn't have CDC, and suspension was a real weak spot for this car. Everybody was always complaining about this. We finally got CDC, so now you can adjust your suspension based on your driving habit and on the current situation. So you can easily go to the custom mode, and then you have, first of all, the suspension, stiff, soft, or standard. You have the regenerative braking, of course, and you have also plenty of other different modes, what you can probably need. If you change to the EP mode, which is the race mode for NIO, it is totally different car. First of all, you can adjust everything, whatever you like, from the display, HUD, to the scene in the car. And you can also adjust the dynamics, you can adjust the suspension by the compressing, rebounding for both axles, not only for the car in general, but you can make, for example, the front axle more compressed and add more rebounding, and the back one you can change to the opposite direction if you really need it. Plus you have instructions, so it can teach you. If you don't know what are you doing, you can learn first, then adjust it. You have the steering here, standard, steady, comfort, and you can adjust the regenerative braking. You can turn on the forced cooling for the motors if you feel that your motors are overheating. Here you have the front and rear motor temperature and the temperature of each tire. Plus you have this G-force in your HUD display, and you have different modes. If you want to go to the mountain, it will suggest you where to go. And then there is a description for each road. There is a places where you can do checkpoint, where you can start, where you can stop, and so on and so on. You have EP track mode, and you have a drifting mode where the car will perform as a drift car. So there will be less power output on the front, more power output on back tires, and it will turn off all the safety functions so you can enjoy drifting. Maybe later we can show it to you, maybe not, depends. Very nice smart feature here. Once you get to the highway or elevated road or reach a speed of like 60-70 kilometers, this symbol will appear here. It shows that the car understands that you are on the elevated road or you're on the highway. So the mirror turns the angle a little bit to give you a wider and better view. Rather than in the city, it will go a bit down so you can see lower where are you backing up or where are you standing at. Let's exit the mode and go to the normal. Also very interesting, guys, now NIO added the 4D suspension into this entry-level model. Before it was available only on the premium models such as ES8, my ES7, ET9. So what is 4D mode? 4D mode is the mode which NIO designed for a LiDAR and radar combination with camera to adjust the suspension. So if car sees or scans the rough road ahead or the pothole, manhole, whatever speed bump, it will adjust the suspension based on the scenario. So you will feel more comfortable while passing that uneven road. And it's not only adjusted for your car, but once car passes the same route for 3 times, your car or anyone else record that there is a issue with the road, it will upload it to the cloud and then push it to all the cars. Any NIO car which is passing the same road will already adjust the suspension. And if the road improves at that place, it will erase it from the cloud. Now we have something interesting called launch control. Launch control is a function which will help you to have a perfect launch if you compete with someone. Right steering wheel, hard press on brake pedal, acceleration pedal, and then go. 3, 2, 1, go. 100%. This launch mode helps you to get the best out of your car. Interesting thing, this NIO is running on the Cedar operation system, which is a new operation system. It wasn't in the old ET5 or any NT2 platform. Now NIO has Elder for NT1, then we have Banyan for NT2, and now we have Cedar for NT 3.0, and another operation system for Envo, and another operation system for Firefly. Not very logical, I think. I don't know. I wouldn't do it this way because it's very hard to push optimization and everything. This car doesn't have ADAS at all. Once I click on ADAS, I got the message that ADAS coming online soon. So for now, I have no ADAS, not even line support. But I believe once NIO rolls it out, it's gonna be really good. Right now, after the new world model released, the car does perform better. Check out our video about that. So all of these things create a perfect combination of luxury and premium feeling. I took this car pretty much directly after I returned IM L6, and while driving IM L6 I felt very pleased with the car. It's a good car, but once I sit in NIO, I felt that it's like 3 levels higher by the comfort, by the exterior, interior, and overall feeling of the car. I was thinking, why? Where else can I find this level of comfort, you know? It's something similar to Li Auto's vibe, Li Auto L8, L9. It's something like Lincoln, where you sit in the car and you feel that everything feels so good. You don't even need to know the price of Lincoln, but you would know that it's expensive. The same with NIO. You don't really analyze every piece, every detail. Other car companies are doing good. They have a premium cars and ordinary cars like Zeekr. Their 7X is a really good car and 9X is already luxury. My Extra S800 is pure luxury. But we cannot compare the entry model with some super premium, super luxury models. If you want to compare, you have to compare ET9 then with S800 or something like that. But for this car, I think even if you compare it with Huawei Stellata S9, which cost more, you won't feel much difference. NIO is premium by itself. Every model of this car manufacturer is premium. That's why I always tell that for us, foreigner, NIO is about luxury.